1980 with my two children, Sarah Anna and Delaney Lee. I found employment as a waitress, and actually Black Forest was one of them where I worked very briefly. I moved to Selma and I obtained employment in the Chat and Chew for several years. After my children were grown, I decided to become a semi-18-wheeler truck driver. I applied for my permit. I went to truck driving school and I graduated second in my class. At first, I drove across country to every state except Maine, Hawaii, and Alaska. In 1994, I moved to, I was hired to In 1994, I was hired with Cross Creek in Central Point. And with Cross Creek, I was afforded to drive the I-5 corridor, and I drove for them for 22 years. As it is now, I'm semi-retired. My family says that I'm very much like my dad. My dad was a truck driver as well. Unfortunately, when I was 17, I lost my father in a truck accident. To him, I contribute my awakening to my political views, my principles, and my integrity and my humor. I would also like to acknowledge Mr. Foster, my 6th grade teacher. He was very skilled in teaching, and he made government very interesting. It was in this class that the men in suits came in and issued us our Social Security numbers. And I knew something was very odd about this, that because we didn't need permission slips from our parents to be applied. So Mr. Foster explained to us that with these numbers we would not ever to be able to be employed, buy or sell for the rest of our lives, and lo and behold, he was right. In my maturity as an adult, my gratitude goes to Mr. Masters, a wise and trusted counselor. Through his wisdom and forever patience, has brought me clarity with my close relationship with my Savior, Jesus. My dad, Mr. Foster, and Mr. Masters have helped me with my solid ideas of conservatism, patriotism, and my deep Judeo-Christian beliefs. I discovered the love of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights being inspired by the Bible. I recognized and respected our founding fathers for their sacrifice, as I do for our military that sacrifice their lives every day for our freedoms. And last but not least, by no means, one woman, Ayn Rand. Learning her philosophy was common parallel to my own life. She has expanded my understanding of what individual and independence truly means. One of her quotes that I favor is, "The truth is not for all men, but for only those who seek it." Ayn Rand. So of these 4 people I admire and owe much. Their wisdom has guided me through my life to be grounded, and for this I am very grateful. But learning is a never-ending journey. My dad once told me, our brain will never be full of learning. So that brings me to Toastmasters. I am here to learn. And thank you for letting me share little parts of my life.